Here. All right. Just let me know when y'all ready. Y'all good? What about y'all? Y'all good? Okay. All right. Thank y'all for coming. Yesterday afternoon, the Sheriff's Office was notified about 4 missing children. To give you a little bit of backstory, the Talladega County Department of Human Resources had obtained a court order for temporary custody of these children. They were unable to make contact with the children or the father. The Alabama Fusion Center entered all 4 children as emergency missing child alerts. The father, Clifton Christopher Buchanan, 34, from Sylacauga, was located last night in Etowah County. He was not cooperative with investigators. He was arrested for interference with child custody. He was initially held with no bond. He had initial appearance this morning, and bond was set at $25,000 cash. The 4 children were located approximately 11 a.m. this morning in Clayton County, Georgia. They are safe. DHR is en route to take custody of those children, and there was a lot of other agencies that were involved to get a quick resolution in this case. First off would be the investigators with the Talladega County Sheriff's Office worked late last night, early this morning, along with other agencies, including the Talladega County Drug Task Force, Connecticut County Sheriff's Office, Etowah County Sheriff's Office, Southside Police Department, Rainbow City Police Department, the Alabama Fusion Center, and the Clayton County Sheriff's Office of Georgia. Also, the Federal Bureau of Investigation and HSI Atlanta also assisted. Y'all have any questions? I'm sure you do.
Yeah, so how did DHR get involved initially?
We can't go into that this time. Just there was a prior investigation that led to them getting temporary custody ordered by the courts.
And do we know who they were staying with in Georgia?
They were stopped in a vehicle. They have been identified, and some of our investigators are actually en route now to speak with them.
Who was driving that car?
I can't comment at that.
Any particular why for Clayton County? Do they have family in that area?
Not that we're aware of. Like I said, they were stopped in a vehicle. Not sure if they were driving through the area or en route to a particular location at this time.
Where's the mother?
The mother's deceased.
Are the charges elevated by taking kids across county state lines?
For our particular purposes, not at this time. That's something that could possibly be looked at. Again, we're not sure of the person who had the children. We're not sure what their role in this was. That's why it's currently under investigation.
What led investigators to find them in this car, and was the father cooperative at all?
The father was uncooperative. And like I said, we made contact with him last night, and he was uncooperative, and I can't get into the specifics of how they were located, but we would like to think we did receive some tips that did assist.
So it's safe to say an anonymous tip came in?
Well, nobody would provide their name, but we did receive some tips, and there were some other things that happened that I can't really go into right now.
Was it the fact that the pictures had been circulating, maybe someone saw them and called?
I'm not sure what led to the tips. All I do know, we did receive some tips about who they may be with. As far as where they were located at, that's something, like I said, I can't really get into the details of that right now.
Have other people been charged, or are you guys looking at charging others?
Right now, Mr. Buchanan is the only one that is charged. Again, the person that had the children, we have investigators en route to talk to. So depending on, what their involvement is, we have to determine what that is before we can even discuss possible charges.
What's the condition of the children? Did they seem happy?
My understanding is they were actually eating McDonald's in the car, so they were fed. They appeared to be healthy, and again, we're just glad that they were located safely.
How effective was the emergency media alert that went out to the media?
Well, I do know that we started getting multiple phone calls from media outlets starting last night. Once that was issued, The tips that we did receive started coming in the early hours this morning. So I'd like to think that it was helpful in at least getting them located, or at least making the public aware that we were looking for them.
So I wanted to ask, Mr. Buchanan's not made bond.
As of right now, no.
And the girls are on their way to being with DHR
Correct.
safely. What's next in this case? What's the next steps for the girls, for Buchanan, for this investigation?
I can't comment on what started the DHR investigation that got them into custody. My understanding is for now, DHR will have custody of them until that matter is resolved. Obviously, Mr. Buchanan being criminally charged throws another wrinkle to that whole case and their custody arrangements. We've been in contact with some other family members that live outside the state, and I'm not sure if they're going to be involved in helping take custody of the children or if they're going to remain in DHR's custody.
Mr. Buchanan, I'm sorry, have any prior arrests or records?
I can't go into that right now.
Is he the only suspect?
He's the only one that's charged right now.
Not the only one.
He's the only one charged right now. That's about all I can say. Anything else?
I did want to ask one thing.
Sure.
I don't know if you can talk about this or not, but maybe someone else mentioned it. But can you go into detail about how he interfered with custody that ultimately landed him behind to get the charge to him?
The order was signed by one of our district court judges. I believe it was Monday. DHR did not receive that copy until yesterday. And once they received that copy, they went and tried to make contact with him. And our understanding is that he was aware of the fact that order had been signed granting DHR custody and took steps to remove the children from Talladega County.
Any idea where he took them? They wound up and got found them in Clayton County, Georgia.
Can't go into, we're still trying to determine exactly who, if anybody, assisted him, where they initially went, and where they've been since they left.
Will they likely be charged too for hindering an investigation?
Again, that's something we'll have to determine.
Did Mr. Buchanan have custody of the kids before the order was signed?
He did.
So they were living with him.
Yes, and like I said, the DHR investigation triggered, I believe, around the 1st of October. And again, I can't go into the details, but that's my understanding is when their investigation started into the family situation.
Do you have any idea when you'll be able to give us more definitive information?
Well, I'm hoping to hear back from our investigators. Like I said, they are en route. Clayton County, Georgia is roughly about a 2.5 hour drive from here. As soon as we were notified that the kids were located and safe, they left here. Again, I have not heard from them yet, so I don't have any other information as far as what the person that had the children, what their involvement was. Anything else? Good? All right. Thank y'all.